Hey friends, hope you all are fit and fine. This is your host and brother Soumya. Welcome you back to another video of FPL Canvas. In this video, I'm going to analyze the team for the upcoming game week 21. But first, let's see how the team has performed in game week 20, and then we'll analyze for the upcoming game week transfer, probable lineup, and many more. But before starting, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscribe button. Also, make sure to enable the bell icon button beside it to keep updated of the upcoming videos. Now, coming to the performance for the 20th game week. Starting off with the goalkeeper, West Ham were not at their best both in attack and defense, with Brighton producing a whopping 22 attempted shots during the 90 minutes. However, Alphonse Areola produced a man of the match performance, with the Frenchman producing 8 saves out of the 8 faced, with the game ending on a nil-nil, taking home clean sheet and 3 bonus points as well. Coming to the defense, Arsenal suffered a blow to the title chance, this time against the struggling Fulham side, with the Gunners' defense under attack, having already conceded 5 goals in the last 3 league games. Meanwhile, apart from the defensive conundrum, Saliba have completed 104 passes along with the 91.3 passes accuracy, producing 1 key tackle, however conceding 2 fouls as well. After suffering a humiliating defeat against Brighton, Tottenham were back against the informed Burma side, finishing the year on a winning note, especially with Pedro Porro being the center of attraction, especially in attack, past couple of weeks in the Spurs side. With the right back having a passing accuracy of just over 50% with 4 tackles, 1 key pass, and 1 shot on target. With no win in the last 2 games, Everton went to Molineux with an attacking approach, with Dyche favoring a back three with fullbacks Mikolenko and Patterson set up as wingbacks. Meanwhile, things started falling apart in the second half after conceding an early goal, which Everton unable to take control of the game, registering no shots on target throughout the match. Moving on to the midfield, Son played his last game before leaving the camp for his national commitment, with the Spurs captain being the key part on ending Archerry's sixth match unbeaten run, producing 2 shots on target, passing accuracy of 97.1%, leading to 2 key passes, 2 key tackles, and finishing off with the Spurs' second goal to give Tottenham the deserved lead and ensuring 3 points. New signing Dwight McNeil set off to a slow start as the Everton number 7 managed 3 attempted shots with no shots on target, producing 1 key pass with an overall passing accuracy of 81.3%. Aston Villa's Premier League title is still on separating by just 3 points off the top, registering the 13th win of the campaign, courtesy of a 89th minute winner by Douglas Luiz. Apart from the goal, looking at his overall performance, the Brazilian star has had 4 attempted shots with 2 on target, producing 1 key pass with an overall passing accuracy of 90.9%. Despite registering 9 attempts against West Ham in the previous game week, Saka was unlucky to get on the score sheet. However, it's not the same story this week, where the England international opened the scoreboard within 6 minutes from kickoff with 3 attempts, 1 key passes, along with a passing accuracy of 78.6% in the entire 90 minutes. However, was not enough to see the Gunners over the line, with Arsenal suffering a consecutive defeats in as many games. Despite Salah missing the opportunity to put Liverpool ahead in the 21st minute itself, the winger completely turned the match, coming on in the second half itself with 6 attempted shots, 4 on target, 4 key passes, tightly involved in 3 of the 4 goals with 2 goals and an assist to take Liverpool top of the table before leaving for African Cup of Nations. Coming to the forward, slight dip in form for Watkins in terms of goal, with the striker having scored just 1 goal in the last 5 league appearances. However, that hasn't stopped Watkins from delivering points, with the striker becoming a creator this time, providing 2 assists out of 3 Villa goals, and can be justified from his overall performance against Burnley too, with the Villa number 11 having 2 attempted shots with 1 on target, providing 3 key passes with a passing accuracy of 72.2%. With Haaland still dim not fit enough to lead the line for City, Alves is trusted with the responsibilities, with the Argentinian registering his 6th goal of the campaign. However, a much improved performance from Alvarez this time in absence of his strike partner, with the Argentinian scoring 2 goals and an assist in the last 4 games since the absence of the Norwegian. So, with 6 goals, 3 assists and a clean sheet, a much required boost in performance after previous low scoring game weeks, with 88 points on the board, taking a slight improvement in overall rank by almost 1k, reaching to 7.2k. Now, Coming to the transfer with Son and Salah both departing for the African Cup of Nations and Asia Cup, a large void would be created in the squad not only in terms of the points but also with the ease of captaincy option they would both provide. However, looking at the long term, taking them out of the squad would not be the ultimate solution, as well as it would become equally challenging to bring them into the squad when they are back. However, wildcard is one of the options one could go for. Meanwhile, second wildcard is one of the most essential chip one would like to hold on for as long as possible for the later part of the season, especially with multiple double game weeks yet to be decided, and it also paves way for preparing a squad for the bench boost and triple captaincy. So, with the following in mind, one strategy I would like to go for is opting for a change in formation by taking a hit of for two changes for the upcoming game week. With Salah and Son combinedly cost around 22 million, it would be very difficult to keep both of them at the bench for over a month. With Salah being the highest owned so far and with a price tag of 13.3 million, the Egyptian would pave way for informed Cole Palmer. Palmer has been the informed player in Chelsea squad and with a price tag of 5.6 million, also being the first choice penalty taker, having already registered 8 goals and 5 assists during the first half of the season. Talking of fixture, starting off with Fulham, Wolves, and Crystal Palace involved in the next four fixtures with Trent Alexander-Arnold out injured with knee injury, along with Robertson and Tsimikas also being a long-term absentees as Liverpool have their own issues as well. So with key defensive options out, the clash against Liverpool would also has goals in itself. Meanwhile, Chelsea has been highly inconsistent this season and depends on which side of Chelsea will turn out for the game week. So with almost more than 50 million in the bag, moving on to my next option is to ship out William Osula and bringing in Dominic Solanke, favoring a shift from 3-5-2 up to a more attacking 3-4-3 formation, which also leaves a sufficient amount of cash to go for either of Erling Haaland and KDB or both, depending on the situation as it stands as we move on. With Liverpool having their own issues with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Tsimikas and Robertson, Matip, Salah unable for the cash. The fixture has goals in it, with the England international contributing 5 goals in the last 4 league fixtures. Do suggest on what are your opinions on the strategy in the comment section, and if there could be any other option I could go for, or should I sell both Son and Salah and bring in an extra midfielder. So, taking the following under consideration and without waiting further, let's see how the team would look like for game week 21. Starting off between the post would be Alphonse Areola with the Frenchman keeping 3 clean sheets in a row, coming up against the bottom of the table Sheffield United side, who also had the least goal contribution along with Burnley, Brentford and Manchester United in the last 5 league games. Moving on to the defense, despite Mikolenko averaging just 1 point in the last 3 games, they face Aston Villa side who have struggled on the road this season, with Villa unable to take points in 6 occasions out of the available 10 away games. That with Dyche favoring the left back more of in an attacking role comparatively of the other fullback, the Ukrainian has taken 4 shots in the last 4 games with 3 successful dribbles in the last 2 games. With Everton not being solid at the back, meanwhile, the Ukrainian has provided 9 clearances in the last 3 league fixtures, providing 7 interceptions in the last 2. With Son and Madison out for the next few games, Postecoglou desperately need of a creative spark from his available squad, and that would turn him to Pedro Porro, averaging 2 shots in the last 3-5 games. That stat would rise if Postecoglou decides to use his right back in a more advanced role, with the Spanish international also having played a key role in feeding his teammates, averaging 2 key passes in the last 5 games as well. Involved in free kicks and other corner duties, Spurs have the highest goal conversion ratio this season when it comes to dead ball situation. With the latest turn of events, Arsenal are slowly losing the grip on the road to the first Premier League title after 17 years, winning just one of the last 5 games, conceding 6 goals. However, with Palace without 2 of their influential stars, with Jordan Ayew and doubts over the availability of Olise, Palace could face a tough ask with Arteta being desperate to take something of the opponent's shortcomings. Switching on to the midfield, with Salah out for a specific amount of time, Pope Palmer comes as his replacement, with the former City player having already cemented his place in somewhat of a lacklustre Chelsea side. Apart from his 8 goals and 5 assists so far, Palmer managed to take average in 5 shots in the last 4 matches, with more than 2 key passes and successfully completed 8 dribbles during that period of time. Doubts over the availability of Dwight McNeil remains after the attacker was subbed off what seems to be an ankle issue. However, with the latest confirmation, McNeil takes part in the dressing room activities, but the seriousness of his injury is not known yet. With Everton to face Aston Villa on Sunday, there's still some time left. The focus could be on Dyche in the matchday conference regarding the status of the Everton's number 7. Arsenal have managed to score only 4 goals in the last 5 league games, with Bukayo Saka managing just one during the period. Meanwhile, the England international have managed to rack up 21 shots in the last 5 games, completing 12 key passes and successfully completing 9 dribbles. Douglas Luiz has been one of the creative maestro in the Villa lineup, the Brazilian international averaging 2 key passes in the last 5 games. Also went on to take 10 shots during that period. However, the Villa number 6 just managed to score 1 goal during that time. And moving on to the striker, after having a bright start, Watkins' goals have dried out lately, with the England international finding the back of the net just once in the 5 game weeks. Meanwhile, a source of encouragement for the Villa number 9, with Villa coming up against an Everton side who have conceded 8 goals in the last 3 games. With Haaland still a couple of weeks away from full fitness, Alvarez will again lead the line against Newcastle side, who have lost 5 of the last 6 games, conceding 15 goals during that time. However, with Haaland out, that has not stopped Alvarez from finding the back of the net, with the Argentinian getting on the score sheet in the last 2 games, and with KDB back in the side, that could further strengthen City's attack moving forward. Change in formation with 3 at the top, with Solanke replacing Son in the starting 11, with the informed Cherries number 9 facing off his former team, with Liverpool struggling with injuries at the back. It could prove to be a golden opportunity, as England international has already racked up 5 goals in as many games, the whooping 25 attempts in the last 5 games. So, coming to the captaincy, not much of an option this week, with Watkins and Alvarez the standout option in the team. However, with having suffered 2 losses in the consecutive games following with an FA Cup exit, Arteta would surely like to make a statement with the performance, with Saka having 14 attempted shots in the last 3 game weeks. High chances the England international would surely like to find his form. And that's all for the analysis. Make sure to keep an eye at the comment section if you have any further changes are made. We'll keep you updated. Also, if you like this video, do smash the like button and share it with your friends, colleagues, families, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, do share your thoughts on the possible changes, transfers, captaincy pick, and any other suggestions you want to convey on this video. Feel free to share in the comment section, and also let me know what possible changes or strategies you are thinking of for the upcoming game week. Let's make it an interactive session. Till then, take care. Tada, goodbye. Meet you with the updates for the upcoming game week. Stay tuned to the channel. Till then, stay safe and let's make the journey interesting.